Alright, so I just checked out this film that might have gotten lost in the midst of the Barbenheimer weekend hype, and that is a Netflix original starring Teyona Paris, Jamie Foxx, and John Boyega called They Cloned Tyrone. Um, this is a this is definitely an interesting film that I don't think hit the notes for me personally. So, like, leave your dislikes if you already disagree, but I personally didn't like this film. I liked elements, and the high moments were high, but most of the film just kind of left me wanting more. Um, let's get into it. So, pretty much, these people who live in the ghetto, they end up finding out about this conspiracy surrounding their town, all because our main character, played by I'm gonna call him the main character, played by John Boyega, get goes to get money that Jamie Foxx's character owes him, and then gets shot and killed, like, at the beginning of the film, and then immediately after, John Boyega just appears the next day and is totally fine. And so they've discovered that there's a super conspiracy surrounding the town, and they finally try to discover what the conspiracy is about. And I'm still a little confused on the premise and the story, but, like, I was interested by the premise. It's just a matter of the execution just felt a little too convoluted, and it ended up, like, as I was watching, I started to get a little disengaged and I started getting distracted easier. There were moments where I had to rewind just so I could see what I might have missed that might have been important, but even then, I still didn't understand much of it. So I just have to say that in terms of the story, while I liked it on paper, it was missing something for me in its execution. But, like, I like the premise, but I don't know if this was the best way to handle the premise in the story sense. Not to mention that the ending kind of irked me as well. A this was a cold hot pocket, like, that it's a hot pocket score, but, like, the ones that you didn't microwave properly and they were frozen, so you bite into it and it's still frozen and you're like, oh, that's how I felt with this story. Like, I was hoping for some warm, uh, nice flavor, but I just got cold and frozen. The cinematics. This is, like, a really well shot movie. Like, the color scheming of it all. It's not a very colorful movie, but it gave me that Nolan feel of the Nolan movies, and, like, so I was, like, getting that Oppenheimer vibe because that's the most recent Nolan movie I saw, and so I was liking it. And but no, there were no buts, actually. I just really liked the cinematics of this film. The snap music was always good. I liked how they incorporated music into this film. Like I said, I like a lot of the concepts. I just don't really understand how the way they were utilized, and that kind of just left me a little icky. Like, I liked everything that they had, every idea they had. I just don't know if it was executed to the best of their abilities. That is the conclusion I'm getting at the more I think about this film. But cinematics, easily hand grenade score. It is very visually explosive and engaging. Directing is very hit or miss for me. I just have to say, like, I don't know what exactly was the issue. It did feel a little longer than 2 hours. Like, I legitimately paused the film to see how long was left to try to understand, because, like, it feels like they meet the villain too soon for this mystery thriller, and it was just kind of weird. And I'm gonna put a little bit of that on the story side, but, like, it might also be the directing side. I don't know. I'm gonna just say, but it was well shot. So let's give it that hot pocket score, because, like, I've seen it before, and, like, I've had this already, but, like, I'm gonna keep having it. Acting, I actually really liked the main three performances: Teyona Paris, Jamie Foxx, and John Boyega. I really liked all their performances. They 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 were a breath of fresh air, and they gave a good energy throughout the whole film. Hand grenade score there. And expectations and experience, I don't really know what I was expecting. I was expecting I read that it was a comedy mystery thriller. I did get some comedy elements. I didn't really like the mystery thriller aspect. I think it could have been handled a little better. And overall, it just kind of left me underwhelmed and a little bored. But yeah, overall, I'm gonna say Hot Pocket hand grenade film. It's not really what I was expecting, and it just sort of blew up in my face. I wish I liked this movie more. It sure had the potential in its cast and its premise. I think with a tad bit of different writing, it could have been better. But other than that, comment down below if you've checked this out or you're planning on checking it out. Subscribe if you're new, leave a like if you enjoyed, leave a dislike if you didn't like it. Other than that, I will leave you guys to it.